Welcome back, coin collectors and history buffs. Fascinating world of this rare and potentially priceless piece of history. Let's explore what makes the 1979 US penny unique, why it has intrigued collectors, and, most importantly, how you might have one of these rare coins in your own pocket. To understand the potential value of a 1979 penny, we first need to go back to the late 1970s. This was a time of change for the United States Mint. Inflation was high, copper prices were rising, and the government was looking to reduce the cost of producing pennies. In fact, the U.S. Mint experimented with the composition of the penny, as producing copper coins was becoming more expensive. Pennies minted before 1982 were 95% copper, which made each penny worth nearly as much as its face value in metal. By 1982, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-plated zinc composition to reduce costs, which is why the 1979 penny was among the last of the predominantly copper coins. This historical context makes pennies from this era intriguing to collectors. While the 1979 penny might seem common at first glance, there are certain features that can make specific coins more valuable. 1979 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The pennies from Philadelphia have no mint mark, while the ones from Denver have a D mark. But the rarest and most intriguing are the coins from San Francisco with the S mint mark. There are a few different varieties of the S mint mark on the 1979 penny. The most famous one is known as the Type 2 or Clear S variety, which is distinguished by its clean, clear mint mark compared to the usual blurriness of the Type 1. The Type 2 pennies from San Francisco are highly sought after by collectors due to their rarity. Some of these coins, if found in pristine condition, can be worth thousands of dollars today. Of course, not every 1979 penny is worth a fortune. The value depends heavily on the condition of the coin, which is assessed using a grading system. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. For the 1979 penny, a high grade, especially in uncirculated condition, can significantly increase its value. If you have a 1979 penny in near-perfect, mint condition, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars to a collector, particularly if it has the rare S mint mark. Coins graded MS 65 or higher can fetch particularly high prices, and finding a penny in pristine condition is like hitting the jackpot. Now, here's where things get really exciting. Although most 1979 pennies are worth only their face value, rare and exceptional ones have fetched incredible amounts at auction. The highest record sale for a US penny is around $21 million, but that's a much rarer coin, such as the famous 1943 bronze Lincoln penny. But who knows what the future holds? The value of rare coins can skyrocket over time, especially as more collectors enter the market. That means a 1979 penny could someday be worth millions if it's one of the rarest types in the best condition. Every year, high-grade coins with historical significance become more valuable. So, how can you tell if your 1979 penny is worth big money? Here are a few tips to help you determine its value. Look for the S mint mark, and if it's a clear S, you might have a valuable coin. The better the condition, the higher the value. If it looks nearly new or untouched, consider getting it professionally graded. Some pennies have minor errors, like misstrikes or off-center designs. These types of errors can make a coin more valuable. If you think you have a valuable 1979 penny, consider sending it to a professional coin grading service. This will give you an official rating, which is essential for serious collectors and buyers. Could a 1979 penny make you rich? While most of them are worth only a cent, rare varieties, especially those with unique mint marks and in mint condition, could be worth a small fortune. So, next time you're digging through change, take a closer look. You might just find a treasure hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fascinating coin discoveries. Let us know in the comments if you found any unique coins. Happy collecting! Next, 1999 1 cent United States of America, where we dive into the stories and hidden gems behind some of the most fascinating coins. Today, we're exploring the 1999 US 1-cent coin. Yep, that simple penny that could actually be worth way more than 1 cent. So, how can a coin with a face value of just 1 cent turn into a collector's dream? Stick around, and let's uncover it. Now, a 1999 penny might seem ordinary at first glance, but as we'll see, certain rare factors could make it worth a lot more than you think. These include rare minting errors, demand from collectors, and the story behind this simple coin. So, let's start with a bit of history. The 1999 penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial series, which ran from 1959 to 2008, featuring the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. This design celebrated President Abraham Lincoln, who appeared on the cent back in 1909 to mark the 100th anniversary of his birth. Although 1999 may not sound like a particularly special year, collectors sometimes look for these later years, as production methods were evolving, and rare errors can sometimes sneak through. Alright, here's where things get interesting. Error coins. These are coins that, for one reason or another, didn't come out quite as planned, and collectors love them. When it comes to the 1999 penny, a few known errors and rare conditions can potentially make your coin worth a lot more. Some of the most valuable errors in 1999 pennies include things like double dies, off-center strikes, and die breaks. A double die penny means that some of the designs are accidentally stamped twice, creating a slight overlapping effect. In certain cases, if your 1999 penny has a prominent double die on Lincoln's profile or the date, that could easily increase its value into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars for collectors. Another factor to consider is the mint mark on your penny. 1999 pennies were minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. While neither location produced any ultra-rare coins that year, occasionally coins from each mint can have subtle differences that make them worth more. If you have a high-grade 1999 penny in pristine condition, such as an MS-67 or above, it can still be worth a few dollars, as collectors prize high-quality coins, even from more recent years. Alright, so you've checked your penny, and maybe it's got a mint mark, or maybe there's an error. But what about its condition? Coin grading is essential in determining value. The grading scale goes from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better preservation. If you have a 1999 penny that's nearly flawless and looks just as good as the day it was minted, that coin might grade as MS-65 or higher, and could be worth quite a bit to the right collector. So, is there really a $26 million penny out there? Unfortunately, number 1999 penny is officially worth millions, yet. However, as we've seen, specific factors like errors, mint marks, and condition could still make your coin valuable. In the world of coins, legends sometimes emerge about incredible values, and while $26 million may be a stretch, certain rare coins have indeed sold for millions, just not from the 1999 series. However, if you have a unique 1999 penny with rare errors and pristine condition, you might have a few $100s, or possibly more. Okay, let's say you've gone through your coins and found what looks like a rare error or a mint condition 1999 penny. What should you do next? Here's a quick step-by-step, double-check for doubling or any unusual characteristics. A small detail might make a big difference. Reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your coin. Check recent sales of similar coins on auction sites like eBay. If it turns out you have a rare error or a high-grade coin, a collector or auction house might be willing to pay a good price for it. So, that's the story behind the 1999 1-cent coin. While it's probably not worth $26 million, it could still be a valuable find. Thanks for watching, and remember to check your spare change. You never know when you might have a hidden gem. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more coin collecting adventures. See you next time on my These channel. Next 2017 1-cent United States of America. Today, we're diving deep into the world of coin collecting and taking a closer look at the 2017 1-cent United States coin, the Lincoln penny. Many of you might not think twice when you see a penny, but some of these small coins can actually be worth a whole lot more than you'd expect. Could this penny be worth millions? Let's find out. The Lincoln penny has a rich history, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. The Lincoln penny was the first U.S. coin to feature an actual person rather than a symbolic figure. The design has evolved over the years, but the portrait of Lincoln has stayed central, symbolizing his legacy. Since its introduction, there have been several changes to the reverse design. In 1959, we saw the iconic Lincoln Memorial design added to the back, and in 2010, it switched to a shield design representing Lincoln's role in preserving the Union. The 2017 Lincoln penny is part of this series, featuring the shield on the reverse and Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, or front side. The 2017 Lincoln penny was minted in several locations, with mint marks to denote where each coin was made. If you have a 2017 penny, you might notice a small D under the date, indicating that it was minted in Denver. Coins without a mint mark were made in Philadelphia, and those with an S were minted in San Francisco. In terms of composition, modern pennies, including those minted in 2017, are made mostly of zinc with a thin copper coating. This change happened back in 1982, primarily to save on production costs, as copper was becoming more expensive. So, while it has that familiar coppery look, the penny is primarily zinc. Now, let's talk value. While the face value of a penny is 1 cent, some pennies can be worth much more to collectors. For the 2017 penny, its value can increase significantly under certain conditions. Most circulated 2017 pennies are only worth face value. However, if you have a 2017 penny in pristine condition, also known as MS-68 or higher in grading, it could sell for a few dollars to around $30, depending on demand. For a penny with an MS-70 grade, the highest grade possible, the value could reach $100 or more. However, finding a 2017 penny in MS-70 grade is extremely rare. Now, here's where things get really interesting. One way a 2017 penny might be worth thousands, or even millions, is if it has a rare mint error. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors, and even minor mistakes can raise the value of a penny dramatically. Some common types of errors that collectors look for include where the image appears doubled, giving it a distorted look. Where the design is shifted, resulting in a partial blank space on the coin, raised lines or blobs caused by cracks in the die used to mint the coin. If you find a 2017 penny with one of these errors, you might be looking at a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The value can vary widely depending on the type of error and its prominence on the coin. While we're on the subject of valuable pennies, let's look at some examples of pennies that have sold for big money. The famous 1943 copper penny, for example, sold for over $1 million because it was mistakenly struck in copper instead of the wartime steel composition. The 1955 double die penny is another one that's highly valuable because of its striking doubling effect on the date. So, is the 2017 penny worth $29.9 million? Not exactly. While some error pennies can sell for significant amounts, it would take an extraordinarily rare error combined with high demand to reach that kind of value. Most 2017 pennies, even with minor errors, are likely worth far less, though still more than face value if they're in excellent condition. So, how do you check if your 2017 penny is valuable? Here are some steps you can follow. First, check the overall condition. If your penny is uncirculated and shiny, it may have a higher grade. Use a magnifying glass or a microscope to spot any errors. Pay close attention to the date, mint mark, and design details for any doubling, cracks, or misalignments. For high-grade coins or rare errors, consider sending your penny to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll assign it an official grade, which can greatly increase its value if it's in top condition. To wrap it all up, while most 2017 pennies are worth their face value, a few unique ones out there with pristine condition or rare errors could be worth much more. So the next time you're about to toss a penny aside, take a closer look. You never know, you might be holding on to a small treasure. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more coin collecting tips, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and good luck finding your next valuable coin. Next, 1988 1 cent United States of America. Today, we're diving into the world of coins, specifically the 1988 United States 1 cent coin. Is it worth big money? Could this little penny be a jackpot coin worth millions? Let's uncover the fascinating history behind this coin, find out what makes it unique, and why some people are valuing it as high as $45 million. Grab your magnifying glass and let's get started. The 1 cent coin, also known as the penny, has been a part of the U.S. currency system since the late 1700s. From the large cents of the early years to the iconic Lincoln cent that debuted in 1909, pennies have seen a lot of changes. The design we're all familiar with, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, was introduced in 1959 and continued up to 2008. But the 1988 penny? It has a few unique quirks that make it one of the most intriguing coins for collectors today. Now, let's talk about the 1988 penny specifically. At first glance, it might seem like any other penny, but collectors have been paying attention to this coin for a few reasons. Not all 1988 pennies are rare, but some versions of this coin are highly valuable due to errors in their design. These errors can turn a common penny into a small fortune. There are actually a few types of 1988 pennies that are considered rare and valuable. The most famous of these is the 1988 penny with what's called a transitional reverse. This means that the design on the reverse side of the coin used a die intended for the following year, 1989. It's an error that only happened on a small batch of pennies, making them highly sought after by collectors. To understand the transitional reverse error, we need to look closely at the FG initials. These initials stand for Frank Gasparo, the designer of the reverse side of the penny. On 1989 pennies, these initials look a little different due to a minor design adjustment. A select number of 1988 pennies mistakenly used this 1989 reverse die, creating the transitional reverse error. Spotting this detail can be tough, but if you find one, you might have a valuable coin on your hands. So how much is this error coin worth? While most 1988 pennies aren't worth more than their face value, a 1988 penny with a transitional reverse error could be worth thousands of dollars. The exact value depends on the coin's condition, with higher quality, mint-condition pennies bringing in the most. Some collectors have been willing to pay anywhere from a few hundred to several $1,000s for these rare finds. But what about that $45 million figure? Let's clear up the mystery. There's been a rumor floating around that a 1988 penny could be worth up to $45 million. Unfortunately, this is largely a myth. While some rare coins can sell for millions, such as the famous 1933 double eagle or the 1794 flowing hair dollar, a 1988 penny has not sold for anywhere near that amount. The $45 million figure likely came from a misunderstanding or a hoax, so don't expect to retire off of one of these pennies just yet. Wondering if you have a valuable 1988 penny? Here's a quick checklist to follow. Look under the date on your penny. Coins minted in Philadelphia won't have a mint mark, while pennies from Denver have a D mint mark. If the initials are from the 1989 design, you've likely got a transitional reverse error coin. Coins in better condition are worth more. If you think you have a valuable 1988 penny, consider having it graded by a professional coin grading service to get an accurate value. Rare coins like the 1988 transitional reverse penny can be exciting finds, but if you're interested in collecting, here are a few tips. Study various coin errors and how to spot them. It's a skill that can pay off. Keep valuable coins in protective cases to maintain their condition. If you have a rare penny, an auction might give you the best price, as collectors bid against each other. So, while the 1988 penny might not make you an instant millionaire, there are certainly versions out there that are worth much more than 1 cent. It's incredible to think that even something as small as a penny can hold fascinating stories, rare variations, and sometimes, surprising value. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the 1988 penny. If you enjoyed learning about this, make sure to like and subscribe for more content on rare coins, collectibles, and the stories behind them. Who knows? Maybe your change jar has a hidden gem. Happy hunting, and see you in the next video.